Black babes, good evening. No show tonight, but I do have some current events from the YouTube streets that are rather interesting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the channel The American Cholo, but it's a great channel, great gentleman. He talks about Mexican American issues, politics, gang life, you name it, all Mexican culture, mostly out in California. Okay, so most recently he had a sit down with the rapper Tyga on a radio station called 106 LA, I believe. And the sit down was about Tyga's recent music video called Ay Caramba, where he did a lot of stereotypical Mexican clothes and culture, basically making fun of it. So the American Cholo sat down with Tyga at that radio station. They had a come to Jesus meeting, and Tyga said, okay, I get it, it was offensive to Mexican Americans. Even though I put money into this, I'm gonna take the video down, right? Peace and love and kumbaya. Fast forward, they dug into the American Cholo channel way back and took a soundbite, a snippet of something he said, and now they're trying to paint him racist and say he doesn't speak, he shouldn't speak and be, the spokesperson or the advocate for black and brown coalition because he's racist too and he don't like black people, right? So now the American Cholo has been going around doing damage control, but it wasn't real damage to begin with. Why wasn't it real damage control? Because there was no damage. What happened to the American Cholo is something similar that happened to me round about a year ago, where I did some commentary on my Instagram, and a black, very infamous race baiter took sound bites of my video and tried to paint me out to be racist, right? And finding the racist on YouTube is big business, right? I don't know why it's so important, but for some reason it's very important and clickbaity to point out who the racists are on YouTube, right? So we can mob against the racists, right? The same thing happened to me about a year ago, and the same race baiter that did it to me is doing it to the American Cholo right now. But add two more white race baiters into the mix, right? Because it's clickbait, it's popular to talk about race on YouTube. Motherfuckers be bored, they don't know how to create content, or their numbers get low and they're like, oh, I gotta find a racist Latina or a racist Latino, right, to keep the beef going, right? Because you guys, this is that's what you guys love to talk about. A lot of you guys love to talk about. So anyway, I'm going to attach to this video, because I'm just going for my walk, but I'm going to attach to this video, the video that was taken by me, taken from me and taken out of context, and they painted me a racist Latina with it. So I'm not going to hide from it. I said I never would. It is still up on my Instagram. It's something that I felt at the time, and I still feel, right? It's still on my Instagram from a year ago, but you guys are still, a lot of people are still talking about this, and every now and then somebody will jump in my chat and say, yeah, she said we were skibs, right? So I'm going to attach the video to this so you can see yourself in its entirety exactly what I said, and I still feel that way. Like I still feel that way. As far as, the whole racist thing, if I was racist, I would say it, because no one's going to do shit about it, and it doesn't mean anything, right? Like, if you guys work with racist people, you hang out with racist people, the whole world is racist. We all have some sort of prejudices or bias or things like that. But if I was genuinely racist against any race, I would say it, right? For some reason, there's this thing about exposing racists, right? And it's really not exposure if the video is still up, if the person is still saying that's their point of view, right? Which I've done both. I never took the video down. But I just found it interesting that the same exact race baiter that did that to me is also doing it to the American Cholo, because this guy, his whole persona is race baiting, right? So for all my black and brown people that know there is an actual coalition, and we've loved each other and fought side by side, and have families together, shout out to y'all. Love y'all with all my heart. We know what it is. We know these motherfuckers are just trying to get paid off their race baiting content. So I'm gonna head back because I've been walking for a while, but stay tuned for the video. It's right after this. It's only 5 minutes long. You'll see it's uneventful. It was just an opinion after I did a show. I was very tired. Again, I still feel that way. You guys may disagree with me, and that is okay. What you can't do is silence me. You can't silence my opinions, but you can unsubscribe or not like me anymore, or feel like my opinion was too strong, or You can rock with me, ask me questions in the comments. If I get a lot of comments on this, I'll do a show and I'll open up the panel and let you guys, we could have, an open table talk. I'll be more than happy to talk about my views and why I said what I said. As you guys know, I don't hide from anything. I invite you guys up to complain and bitch with me and scream and yell and keep it passionate. I like all that shit. So you guys take a look at it. I'm sure you've heard about it here and there, like what she said we scabs, she said black people are scabs. Well, you'll get to see for yourself exactly what I said a year ago. That's still being brought up, and it's okay, right? I have so much more content than that, but for some reason this is a hot button topic because it's about race and racism. All right, guys, so leave it in the comments. Let me know what you think. Hola, mi gente. This is a note for my black brothers and sisters, those that identify as black. I am specifically speaking to African Americans, not Latinos that identify as black, or Asians that identify as black, or aliens that identify as black. I'm talking about African Americans specifically. My observation, my 11 years on social media, is that a lot of you wear your American blackness like a scab that you let people pick at every single fucking day. Every day you're posting a Karen accosting you. Every day, or a Josh, or some murder porn, or some hashtag, or it's just this constant regurgitation and perpetuation of this blackness scab you wear in America, right? And I say very specifically African Americans because I think the black experience all over the world is different. Yes, there's racism all over the world. Don't fucking misconstrue my words. There's racism all over the world. What I'm saying is that being African or black in Africa is a difference than being black in America. In America, there's this constant regurgitation, perpetuation that you're an ex-slave and everybody's against you. And there's racism, and Karen hates you, and Josh hates you, and systemic oppression and racism over and over and over again. And my thing is that, yeah, we have to speak against oppression, racism, right? No te deje, like us Latins say, right? Do no harm, but take no shit. But my gripe is with a lot of you African Americans who wear your blackness like a scab, this misery that you want company for. And every single day you have to make it known how horrible it is to be black in America. And it's not healthy. I think you need to fall back, pause. When you say things like, black girls rock, black is beautiful, I'm unapologetically black, right? When you say things like that, like they sound really cute and they look dope on a t-shirt, but you have to believe it in your spirit. Because once you believe it in your spirit, you don't have to yell about it so loudly, and people are not going to be able to pick that scab that you're walking on wearing. Now, I know a lot of you look at me thinking, you ain't black. Why you got something to say about us? Well, a lot of guys aren't basketball players, but they're always talking about LeBron James should be playing ball. You know what I mean? And a lot of you aren't singers, but you're always talking about like how, I don't know, Alicia Keys should be singing. So I don't have to identify as black to make an observation. As you know, with all media, black versus white, white versus black is pushed on a daily because it's a moneymaker. I spoke about this before. So I'm just making an observation to help. I'm saying it with love, right? Even though my love is tough. People are like, this is none of your business. I didn't say it was my business. It's an observation. It's my platform. If you don't like my opinion, you can block me. Blocking is a wonderful thing. You can ignore me. You don't even have to reply. You know what I mean? It's just something that I had on my mind. I think black is beautiful. It's powerful. But I think you're doing it a disservice by, proclaiming the hashtags that you do and not really believing it in your heart and soul. I feel like if you believed it in your heart and soul, you wouldn't be so easy to injure. And a lot of you are very easy to injure. So, con mucho amor to my black brothers and sisters, because even though I don't identify as black, right, we all come from the same beautiful motherland, right? So start believing all those cute hashtags and t-shirts that you wear. Pie to the people. And I'm not talking about you Latins that y'all a whole other story. I know a lot of y'all now are Afro-Latino and y'all identify as black. I'm not talking about y'all. I'm talking about African Americans, right? Those that identify as black before Latinos started doing it. Okay, so much love, you guys. You want to pick my brain some more? Leave me a comment or a question. But if you're going to jump on here to tell me I don't have a say because I'm not black in America, you can go fuck yourself. I'll just block you. I do. But if you want to open the discussion or even come on one of my panels on the block with Jen, feel free to leave me a message or DM me. All stupidity will be blocked, just so you know. Other than that, I'm here for you. Just an observation. I'll be making observations every now and then. Yeah. All right. Bye. Stay happy and healthy and powerful.